Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at Polkadot, which is currently down 8%. The entire market saw an overnight crash, Bitcoin down nearly 7%, Ethereum down 8.5%. Every single crypto coin is absolutely breaking through all of its supports. Apart from Polkadot, Polkadot is actually still giving some gains from its previous lows. And we're going to jump into all of that in just a second. But before we do, I want to ask you guys to check out the Discord down below. You can see on the screen right now just how many trades we're winning inside. I'll pop up two of the trades we hit yesterday, which are absolutely insane. So yeah, make sure you join up, start copying our trades. We're crushing it even in a market like this. Now back to the video. So a lot of cryptos are crashing, and if we take a look at XRP, it's still sat on the support. Obviously it's crashed down from a few of the previous support. A lot of cryptos are constantly crashing and they're approaching the new supports. Some are so far down that it's actually scary to find other supports, like Fetch for example. Will it go to 50 cents? Who knows? A lot of these cryptos are already so low, so it'll be interesting to see how much lower they can go. And Polkadot, although down 8% today, is still in a relatively good position. It's not like we've been absolutely dumping through every single support. It looks like it can go to $0 or like $1 or something like that. It still has some supports left, one of them being here at $4.15, $4.35, $3.66. There's still a lot of supports left and it's still performing quite well. Yes, it's in a downtrend, yes, it's crashing with the market, but in comparison to all these other coins, it's performing relatively well. Now obviously the market, each coin isn't crashing because of each coin's sort of news. It's all crashing because of Bitcoin, and when Bitcoin crashes, the entire market crashes. And the reason that Bitcoin is crashing is because of the sort of trade war that has begun with Donald Trump and all these other countries that have been given tariffs by the US. So that's the main reason, and it's seen in the stock market as well. Yesterday we dipped 1.6%. It might not seem like a lot, but in the stock market this is a lot. The S&P is like 50 trillion or something worth, probably a bit more, and 1% dip is an extreme amount. So yeah, it's definitely not something light. I think like $1 trillion has been wiped out of the crypto market ever since the top of the crash and the bottom that we're at right now. So yeah, it's not looking amazing. We still have lower to go. If we look on the daily and on the weekly, you'll see that if we stop here, we're sort of in no man's land. We're not at the support here we had at 90,000. We're not at the support here or previous resistance here at 74. So we still have a way to go down to roughly 74, maybe even 70,000 right here. So there is still some crash potential. We are obviously heading into the weekend. The weekend is always extremely volatile with very, very little volume, simply put, because nobody is trading on the weekend, or no institutions and no professional traders are really going to be trading on the weekend. So it allows for a lot of manipulation from bigger traders that want to either sell off or buy, and that's what we're going to be having to wait and watch. Obviously, I don't think anybody will realistically be trying to buy Bitcoin when it can still head a bit lower, unless they know some news is going to come out, which I highly doubt it. But yeah, so we still have slightly lower to go on Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance luckily isn't pumping up too much, only 1% today, which is also allowing altcoins not to see double-digit crashes. We've seen quite a lot of that in the past, where when Bitcoin is down 7% today, it's absolutely insane. When Bitcoin was down like 5%, altcoins would be down 10, 15, 20% at times. So with dominance being so high up, it is actually quite beneficial for altcoins right now, because that means Bitcoin dominance can't really head any higher. We already hit, if we go on the percent chart, we already hit 64.4%. It's not like we can end up going higher than really 65%. There's so many altcoins, unless everyone sells off their altcoins and goes straight into Bitcoin, we can't really go much higher. So it's quite good we're at these highs right now on dominance, because it means it can't go any higher and altcoins won't be dropping that much more than Bitcoin, which then again poses as another beneficiary for actually investing in altcoins right now. And that brings us back to Polkadot. So if Bitcoin can't drop any lower, so that brings us back to Polkadot. If Bitcoin is going to drop a bit lower but dominance isn't going to rise that much more, where will Polkadot go? Well, the only real sort of area we can go is roughly $4, maybe just under $4, which will be another 10% dip. But again, as I was saying in previous Polkadot videos, everywhere in the screen box, like sub $5 I think is an amazing DCA entry, an overall entry in Polkadot. If we're buying under $5 and we're just going to hold until the next highs that we have, or the previous highs that we have. That's a 2.5x, 2.6x. You stake it up for 15% APR, let that compound. Say it takes, you know, maybe 4 or 6 months to get us back to this previous high. You'll have practically done a 3x, maybe a bit more. So, you know, it's one of the best things to do. It is obviously slightly risky. I mean, it looks like Polkadot is getting weaker and weaker if we compare it to, you know, the previous high and previous high. Obviously, the previous high is slightly lower, but there is still potential. And when the entire crypto market is rising, the entire crypto market is rising usually. You know, we don't ever really see altcoins pumping and, you know, the top, let's say 50 altcoins dumping. So yeah, that's what we're going to be really hoping for. Again, you know, we need a major catalyst, to be honest, to really see a reversal. We're not going to see a reversal purely from this price action and sort of technical analysis where, you know, oh, we dropped to here, easy previous resistance level turns into support, lots of accumulations we pump. That's not what's going to happen. You know, this is just an easy area for us to look at and say, right, this is where the dump will most likely slow down. Worst case, we will go to 69, 70,000. That's where it slows down, and you know, that's where we can start to dump in more capital. But for us to actually head higher and, you know, reclaim 110, maybe 115,000, it's going to take a major catalyst. Like this catalyst right here was all Donald Trump. This dump right here was also Donald Trump. So, you know, I doubt it'll be another Donald Trump scenario. It may be, but I think the best case will be a crypto reserve. I think that will be absolutely huge. And obviously we got some news of that in the previous weeks, which caused a small pump, nothing major, but yeah, that's what we got a few weeks ago. Maybe it was like a month ago now, but you know, those are just sort of hints of what's to come. It's going to take some time. It's not something that can happen overnight. I definitely think the SEC needs to involve some regulations and rules into crypto just to make it a safer space. You know, with Solana meme coins and how everything's going with that, I definitely think there needs to be some new rules and regulations. And Solana as well, dumping through the support here. You know, how much low can it go? 120, 110. The craziest thing though for Solana is, you know, when we were back here, sort of in this triangle, there wasn't any major catalyst for Solana. It wasn't like these, you know, Solana meme coins were absolutely crazy yet. It was quite a niche thing. Then we start getting, you know, more hype, market builds up. Then we get the Donald Trump coin and that absolutely sends it. What possible, you know, catalyst could we look for now on Solana? I guess that's going to be quite an interesting thing. Hopefully Solana can reclimb to, you know, 160, maybe 200 again. It's going to be quite a big climb in my opinion for Solana. If we take a look here, so we fall to, you know, like 110, it's going to be a 2x climb to get back to like 200. So quite a long climb, and that's a lot of capital that needs to go into Solana as well. You know, it's not like Polkadot, which is a tiny bit smaller and can climb quite quickly like we saw previously. I mean, Solana can climb quite quickly as well, but there's been so many catalysts that it needs something quite major in my opinion to see that huge climb again. But yeah, that's what we practically have for the market. It's obviously not a nice feeling seeing everything crash like this. However, you know, we're in crypto, that's the price we have to pay for also getting these huge multiples. The best thing I'd suggest is, again, having these DCA levels. You know, on HBAR, for example, we had one DCA level at 22 cents, one at 18 cents right here, then we have another at 12 cents. We're prepared for all these altcoins with DCA levels. So yeah, if you want to be copying my trades again, then make sure to check out the Discord down below. We're crushing it in there every single day. It's absolutely insane. If you need a place to actually buy, sell, or trade cryptocurrency, then check out all the exchanges I'm working with down below. And if you did enjoy this video or you did find it helpful, please do make sure you like and subscribe as it helps out a ton. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.